KNSA, the questions that they ask is slice based. Sometimes like maybe parties, some sporting activities, maybe exercises, relaxation. Yeah. So please, I'm Scott and Kuma Edwin. I read BSc physiotherapy. Final year.
All right. So how is it like to be a student of KNUST in a health college?
Yeah, to be in KNUST, especially in the health college, it's not easy because just imagine doing anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, pharmacology, and this thing. So it's not easy. Plus the stress, everything is not easy here.
So how do you deal with your stress?
So sometimes like maybe parties, some sporting activities, maybe exercises, relaxation. Yeah. So
I heard your course is demanding. So how do you manage your personal life and your academic life? Because you said you go to parties and those stuff. So how do you manage your academic life and your personal life?
yeah, so in Kenya City, we have a saying that you need to study smart. So maybe there are some things that you have to do to study smart. So like you have to make sure you cover the content that is coming. And most of the times KNSA, the questions that they ask is slice based. You have to understand and things. So like if you learn, you'll be able to achieve your goals here. But for the parties and other stuff too, you just have to manage your time. Yeah, manage your time so that at least a relationship. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So if you have to go back to your SHS with the knowledge you have now, what would you have done differently?
Yeah, when I came to school, I think I did a lot of mistakes, which have even affected my CWA and other stuff. So, like when I come, I'll study smart, I'll make good friends. I would actually study and also have time for myself, have time for other things to release stress, and also yeah, I think that's it.
So how can one get into like KNUST as a whole and then College of Health?
Yeah, so if you want to come to KNUST, you need to pass your WASI at the first start. So after passing your WASI, you apply, you buy forms, which is I think 250 Ghana cedis. You go to your bank, you buy the forms, you fill up, make sure every details on it is actually the right thing. Because if it's not the right thing, they can remove you from the school year. Yeah, you'll be expelled. So make sure everything is right. Buy the forms, pray, let quiz be on you, and then get admission, gain admission, come to KNUST. And if you want to be in the health field too, you need to be a science student. With the exception of I think yeah, rehab I think it's all courses, but for the rest you need to be a science student here. So if you did homework once and then you want to read nursing, I'm sorry,
It's not for you.
KNUST is not for you. So yeah.
All right. So in 1 minute, look at the camera. In 1 minute, how would you advise someone who wants to do KNUST?
Yeah, so for KNUST it's not easy. Sometimes they compare Legon to KNUST that Legon is far more better than KNUST, but it's not easy to be in KNUST. You need to actually study hard. If you don't study hard, here you fail. The pass mark is 40 though, but it's not easy to get the 40. So when you come, you have to set realistic goals. Like you need to study also, and then manage your time very well in order to be in KNUST. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, sir.
I'm Kelvin and I'm Gamalian. I'm reading medical laboratory science.
How's it like to be in the medical laboratory side?
Okay, for starters, it's actually quite interesting from first year, but I didn't really have much interest, but it gets interesting as you progress. So that's what I
Okay,
have.
so with the knowledge you have right now, what would you have done differently?
With if I was supposed to go back to first year, I would have actually studied harder than because when I came in first year, I wasn't really interested in the program, so I wasn't putting in as much as of effort as I was supposed to do in first year. So if I had the opportunity to go back to first year, I'll actually sit up and study harder.
Okay. So does that mean that the school gave you the program you're reading?
Actually, the program was like my fourth choice, so I would say the school gave me the program I was.
All right. So how do you separate your academic life and your personal life?
Okay, so for me, what I do is I have is it Google Calendar? Yes, I have Google Calendar. So I've sorted out my activities that I'm supposed to do in a particular day, and then I do that. So I have time and portion to study, time and portion to watch movie and all that. So
So
basically.
yeah, so how can one get into medical laboratory?
Okay, so right now I'm hearing that the cutoff is somewhere around 7. So basically you have to just study harder in SHS, and at least your that's the four electives, and then your first three, the core. They'll pick three core and then three electives. So you just have to perform well in those ones and then make sure like you're around the 7, which is the cutoff that they are using currently. So basically that.
All right.
Please, I'm Ajman Dia, a third year medical laboratory science student.
So how is it like to read medical laboratory in KNUST?
Okay, let me say it's a nice program, and if you are disciplined and also competent, you can.
Okay.
Sure.
I feel you guys deal with a lot of stress because your courses are packed. So how do you deal with emotional stress?
Okay, so let me say, once a soldier, always a soldier. And if you want to make it, you don't have to think about how hard it is, but to always show up. I think you can.
Okay. So what about your personal life and your academic life?
Okay, should I say it depends on how I apportion my time every day. So yeah.
So if someone is out there who wants to get into your program, what advice do you have for that person?
Okay, I'll tell the person to prepare him or herself very well because it's not a joke here.